Oh, okay. I don't know what happened there. It's a good thing this thing gives me a preview before I actually turn it on, because my hair was all kinds of cray just a minute ago. Not that my hair isn't always crazy, but it is. Okay, so we are here to do the hidden power of the Bible. So let's do the housekeeping. And all the housekeeping is, and I noticed, hang on. I unplugged my microphone. It may or may not make a difference. I don't know. But just in case. I was doing the housekeeping. Hang on. The housekeeping is me reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. Website is creativelife.org. Constant contact email, info@creativelife.org. Each one email a week tells you what's going on for the week and the month, and the hot links are hot. So, click here now means it. And when I say one a week, I mean that. There's, wow. My brain just went. It's a real person doing it. He doesn't have time for more than that. Although we do live on the Gulf Coast, i.e. Bertha came through yesterday. Although we got about 45 minutes of rain. That's about it. Now, down in the coast, they did definitely get more. But that would be the reason. If something unusual happens. And because we do live on the Gulf Coast, it's almost always weather related. And then, blind CC. Nobody's going to see your email. You want to know about anybody else's email is because of us. So there's that. And then social media. We don't monetize the social media. We don't want to deal with the ads any more than you do. So we ask you to go like, subscribe, follow based on which platform you're on, and then engage with the individual post by reacting, commenting, and sharing. Bumps us in the algorithms. So a free and easy way you can support the center is by supporting, by doing those things and bumping us in the algorithms, getting our stuff in front of more people. And we are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark, that's who we are. I am the running of Ryan across all the social medias that I'm on. So there's that. All right. We are going to do selections from Matthew 9. It is not all of Matthew 9. It is just, the parts that Ernest felt were relevant, because that's what this book is. I will tell you that I think Ernest picked his favorite Bible selections, because you can see it's not a big book. And the Bible is a library. It is a very big library of books. So Ernest is only picking out what he really thinks are important, and he is mostly concentrating on the teachings of Jesus, although I'm sure he'll get into some of the other stuff in a little bit. But right now, that's what we're doing. So we are on Matthew 9, and so I'm going to read Matthew 9. I may do the first article because it's real. His selection from Matthew 9 is real short. We'll see. Okay. And behold, they brought to him a man sick of the palsy, lying on a bed. And Jesus, seeing their faith, said unto the sick of the palsy, Son, be of good cheer, thy sins be forgiven thee. And behold, certain of the scribes said within themselves, This man blasphemeth. And Jesus, knowing their thoughts, said, Wherefore think ye evil in your hearts? For whether it is easier to say, Thy sins be forgiven thee, or to say, Arise and walk. But that ye may know that the Son of Man hath power on earth to forgive sins, then saith he to the sick and palsy, Arise, take up thy bed, and go in unto thine house. No man putteth a piece of new cloth unto an old garment, for that which is put in to fill up taketh from the garment, and the rent is made worse. Neither do men put new wine into old bottles, else the bottles break, and the wine runneth out, and the bottles perish. But they put new wine into new bottles, and both are preserved. And behold, a woman, which was diseased with an issue of blood 12 years, came behind him and touched the hem of his garment. For she said within herself, If I may but touch his garment, I shall be whole. But Jesus turned him about, and when he saw her, he said, Daughter, be of good comfort, that thy faith hath made thee whole. And the woman was made whole from that hour. And when Jesus departed thence, 2 blind men followed him, crying and saying, Thou Son of David, have mercy on us. And when he was come into the house, the blind men came to him. And Jesus said unto them, Believe ye that I am able to do this? And they said to him, Yea, Lord. Then touched him their eyes, saying, According to your faith be it unto you. Okay, so that is Matthew. Those are the selections from Matthew 9. And a lot of them are healing stories. And honestly, of all of them, my favorite story is the woman who touches the garment. And it's interesting because it's the woman who doesn't want to bother Jesus. She doesn't want to bother Jesus. She just wants to be healed. And she's like, well, I don't want to bother him. But I know that if I just touch his garment, it'll be enough. You know? It's like all of the men are running up to him going, please heal me, please heal me, please heal me. And she's like, I don't want to bother him. I mean, is that not typical of women? We don't want to bother you. But we want to be healed too. So, yeah, interesting. And then I don't know if that's the story, the scribe story, where they lower him into the house. Because that's like they're so desperate to get their friend to Jesus that they literally put him in a pallet, take him up to the roof, and lower him with ropes down into the house that Jesus is in. That's like, I mean, do you have friends that would be willing to lower you into a house from the roof just to get you into it? That's just, so that may not be it though, because there's a lot of those stories. And they talk about palsy and they talk about leprosy and they, and she had a blood disease. I mean, really. I'm not sure that it makes it any better now knowing what's wrong with this. It's like, okay, I know what's wrong with me. What do I do about it? Well, if I could just touch the hem of Jesus' garment, I would be well. I don't know. That is one of my favorite stories. That, and I always loved the story of Veronica. When I went through, because I was raised Catholic, and I wanted to choose my saint. I wanted to be I wanted my confirmation name to be Veronica, because Veronica. No, I got Margaret, and I didn't pick it. One of my friends said, "No, you look more like a Margaret." Okay, so my confirmation name is Margaret. I did get to pick my Margaret, though. She was locked in a tower and eaten by a dragon. So, you can look up your St. Margaret's and find the one that was eaten by a dragon. That's my confirmation saint. But St. Margaret, or St. Veronica, when Christ was on his, when he was carrying his cross through the streets on his way to be crucified, she wiped his face with her handkerchief. So, those are two of my favorite stories of women interacting with Jesus. You can talk all you want about Mary and Martha, but the woman who touched his garment and St. Veronica are my two favorite interactions, because Jesus had this very kind way of interacting with women that just really makes me question Christians in general, because a lot of Christian sects are not kind to women. And I'm like, but if you were following the teachings of Jesus, Jesus was always kind to women. Always. So, all right. So tomorrow, obviously, I'm not going to talk about the article. We'll do that tomorrow. Because I wanted to talk about this, Matthew 9. Because, Jesus makes up so little of the Bible, and yet he had such a huge impact on the world. All right. moving on. I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day. A let's wrap this week up day. A be very aware of the heat day. Stay out of the sun between, pretty much all day. Just if you don't have to go out, don't. It's hot, and it feels like it's going to be awful, and the humidity is still really high because of, the tropical storm, Bertha. So be aware of that. Do drink plenty of water day. Cuddle your fur babies day. Do what you got to do day. Make sure you make time to sit down and rest day. Just finish up that task that you've been putting off all week day. A good day, and if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You're enough. You are enough, just as you are. You're a beloved expression of the divine. You're a brilliant light, divine spark, spirit in motion, God in action, and absolutely beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress. At the same time, at your own pace. Comparison is the thief of joy. Okay? And, as Reverend Jesse likes to tell us, you are a godling. So explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be, because the divine knows you to be good. And from there, anything is possible. All right, beloveds. That's the good news. Anything is possible. And all the divine knows is good. Okay. So, Reverend David will be on with you this afternoon. I will be back with you in that 9 o'clock hour because I get to go to the park tomorrow. Yay. So, maybe I'll have a cool squirrel or blue jay or woodpecker story for you. Who knows? So, take care of yourself.